It's not the vastness of your network, it's the quality of the people in your inner circle that tips the balance of your social and professional well-being. Hey everyone, I'm Laverne McKinnon and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor blogcast, where I break down the tools and skills you need to achieve your career dreams. I'm a coach and a certified grief recovery specialist because I learned the hard way that unprocessed career losses and setbacks can lead to a loss of resiliency. Today, I'm building off last week's blogcast about mentorship to expand into thinking about your inner circle. An inner circle consists of a small group of people with varied perspectives, backgrounds, and skills. They provide support in the form of honest feedback, a shoulder to cry on, and personal cheerleading. You can take off your armor with these folks to expose your most tender underbelly and your wildest dreams. So here's how a $7,500 check helped me find my inner circle. I have to tell you that check was a huge surprise. I didn't realize that my new gig at CBS came with an annual bonus, dependent, of course, on the company meeting certain success metrics. I was so naive back in 1996 that I didn't read the contract that I had signed. At that point in my career, success was getting paid on a regular basis, plus a few weeks of vacation and 10 holidays. That felt so flush to me. I called my dad to share the great news. He said, "Don't spend it all. Put it away for a rainy day." Dad was looking out for me because he was a child of the Depression and he lived paycheck to paycheck for a big portion of his life. But his words were hurtful. They didn't acknowledge the win. I saw the bonus as proof that the company liked me and I might have a real future there. So I found a financial advisor, Greg. When we talked, I was shocked. He didn't throw a bunch of investment strategies at me and reprimand me for taking some of the money to buy Doc Martens. He asked what my dreams were, what I envisioned for my life, what was important to me. Did I have a goal to retire? What did retirement look like? I was in my early 30s, and as much as I'm a long-range planner, that type of time horizon felt crazy. Greg became a part of my inner circle. He provided a perspective about financial well-being that simply was not on my radar because I never had disposable income. He formulated a plan based on my dreams of taking 2 international trips a year and someday starting my own company. He reviewed my employment contract and gave me a recommendation on insurance, a savings plan, a 401k plan, and how to save for a home along with enjoying my life. When my dreams changed and my husband and I adopted 2 children, he made suggestions about a living trust and a 529 college savings plan. When I was fired from CBS, Greg was one of my first calls. I cried on his shoulder and he walked me back from panic. 30 years later, he's still a part of my inner circle, along with 2 childhood best friends who know me like the back of their hands, and 4 others who I've met over the last 10 to 15 years. Your inner circle is going to look different from everyone else's because it's based on your values and your needs. The people in your inner circle can take many different forms. They could be family, longtime friends, more recent relationships. They could be people that you have on retainer. They could be older than you, younger than you. You could talk all the time, or you might just talk as needed. And you might get together in person, or it might be over phone or a video conference. What's important about your inner circle is that there's a mutual trust. Trust is your belief in the reliability of that person. To be clear, there may be miscommunications or disappointments, but you have faith that you'll be met with a willingness to have difficult conversations as needed. Even an inner circle will be imperfect. So how does an inner circle help you? You've probably heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but just in case, it was a theory developed by psychologist Abraham Maslow in 1943 to describe how we as humans motivate. There are 5 levels. We feel stuck and lose motivation when our more critical needs are not met, so we're not able to be the best versions of ourselves. The most basic level are psychological needs like food, clothing, water. The second level are safety needs like feeling safe from harm, and the third level is belonging and safety. Your inner circle is a key component to having levels 2 and 3 met. Once you feel certain about your personal, emotional, and financial security, then you're able to find certainty around intimacy, trust, and acceptance. Now, here's the rub. As humans, we have a deep and natural desire for a predictable, orderly world that is within our control and certain. Unfortunately, There's very little that we control, and certainty is elusive. So how do we manage this hard truth? By connecting with our resiliency, the ability to respond and rebound from mistakes, failures, and faceplants, in addition to accidents, disasters, and reversals of fortune. Our inner circle is a way for us to access that resiliency. Knowing that tough times are going to occur, we have a safety net of people that can help us respond and rebound from loss, including death of loved ones, as well as loss of employment, relationship, home, and finances. At a particularly difficult time in my life when we adopted our second daughter, I was too ashamed to reach out to my inner circle. I couldn't see past my lack of parenting skill or self-loathing. There was one extremely hellish night of failures and faceplants when I drove to the house of one of my inner circle and parked outside. It was about 11 p.m. and no one was about, and I was relieved that the lights weren't on because it gave me a more legitimate reason not to ring the doorbell. And then I cried and cried and cried. Just being near her gave me permission to not have to hold all my fears and disappointments in. After my big cry, I had clarity on what I needed to do, which was to get therapeutic help. Here's the bottom line. It's not the vastness of your network. It's the quality of the people in your inner circle that tips the balance of your social and professional well-being. Taking off your armor with these folks to expose your most tender underbelly and your wildest dreams is the difference between surviving and thriving. Take a moment to ponder who's in your inner circle. Who would you like to invite in? And who might need to take a step back? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please drop me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It would really help me achieve my moonshot of 5,000 subscribers. And heads up, I'm shaking things up on the social media front, so you can still reach me on Instagram and Facebook, but I am at Laverne McKinnon. So love to hear from you. Drop me a comment and look forward to seeing or hearing from you.